everyone, welcome back to Medici by Lakshmi. So today we will be discussing about pharmacological antagonist, which is a continuation of the previous session. Pharmacological antagonist or receptor site antagonism. Now, how the mechanism of action is? It will block the target of the agonist. If the agonist is not binding with the target, of course, the effect is also getting reduced. So, pharmacological antagonists work like that, and so it can be also called blockers because it's blocking. One of the two examples are alpha blocker is there, beta blocker is there. Blocker, one example is phenoxybenzamine, and beta blocker propranolol. Pharmacological antagonist of adrenaline. These two are the pharmacological antagonist of adrenaline. Now, what are the two types? I told there is competitive antagonist and non-competitive antagonist. First, we will learn about competitive antagonist. Competitive antagonist, the site will be same target that of the agonist, and the structure of this competitive antagonist will be, of course, same like agonist. We have studied a similar topic in first year. There we can show surmountable effect, that is overcoming the effect of competitive antagonist by increasing the dose of agonist. If you are increasing the dose of agonist, it will overcome the pressure of the competitive antagonist. And the target binding, reversible binding will be greater than irreversible binding. Now, non-competitive antagonist, it will bind to the allosteric site, and the structure will be different from the receptor. The structure will be different. It won't be same like that of the agonist, and it is non-surmountable. Even if we increase the concentration of agonist, the effect is we can't overcome the effect. And here irreversible binding will be more than reversible binding. Okay. Now there is competitive plus irreversible blocker. It will be known as uncompetitive antagonist. It's just a knowledge. Methotrexate will inhibit DHFR enzyme, and organophosphate will inhibit choline esterase enzyme. And the another combination, non-competitive plus reversible blocker, will cause acetozolamide will inhibit carbonic anhydrase. Now, we'll study about the effect of antagonist on the dose-response curve. Dose-response curve, I'll teach you what is dose-response curve in another video. So this is the dose-response curve. This is for the competitive antagonism and this is for non-competitive antagonism. So let's just study the graph. So this is the response. This is log drug concentration. Response log drug concentration. And this is the agonist. This is the antagonist. Agonist, antagonist. What we can see, this diagram, forgive me for this, but this Vmax is same. In the first competitive antagonism, we can see that the Vmax is unchanged. Once here we are giving the antagonist, the Vmax is unchanged, but the Km, we can see the Km has increased from here to here. The Km has increased. And what we can see, there is a parallel rightward shift in the dose response curve. Vmax is unchanged and Km is increased. In non-competitive, we can see the Vmax is decreased and the Km is the same. And there is also, we can see the effect in antagonist on the Lineweaver-Burke plot. There we can observe that Vmax will be unchanged. Non-competitive antagonism, it will be reduced. Km will be increased and unchanged in non-competitive antagonism. Okay.